How to get your ex back. That will be the topic for today's video. Many people want to know how to get their ex back. But there's a reason why she or he is an ex. I'll have the solution for that right after we hit that like button and subscribe. And I express my sincere gratitude to my 1,653 subscribers. You're the reason I'm here. If you weren't listening, why would I be talking? All right, check out my books on Amazon. Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels. That book will help you immensely. And The Power is Within. And that one will help you release the power that you have within you if you have the courage to do the work. It's not just reading the book, it's doing the work. Take the advice I give you, put it to use. Check me out on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube at Mark's Inspiration, follow me there. Twitter, Mark's Inspiration. Rumble, Mark's Inspiration. Facebook, Mark Daniels, Mark's Inspiration. And if you'd like to get my help personally, marksinspiration.com is my website. You can book a consultation session. I'd be glad to help you with whatever you're dealing with today. I'll use my 62 years of experience to fine-tune whatever situation you're in to make things work smoothly for you, if at all possible. I'm not a miracle worker, but I can give you practical advice that will help you. And if not, take what you need, leave the rest. Okay, how to get your ex back. I'm sure you've all heard of no contact. And no contact is very powerful. But what the greatest benefit of no contact is not so much to get your ex back, it's to get you back. It's to get you centered, to get you back on purpose, back on your mission, back pursuing your goals, and back to being the person you were when your ex met you and the guy or girl that he or she fell in love with. That's the true purpose of no contact. Because if you're doing it just to get your ex back, what happens when you get her back? I'm just going to go ahead and say her. If it's a he, then apply accordingly. Nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't change and you get her back, she won't stay long. It'll be the same old thing over and over again. You have to become different. You have to become better than the man she fell in love with. But what you will find, and I've done this many times, I've walked away from many, many women, long-term relationship, marriages, could have had them all back had I wanted. And I was with them all again, sexually. But once they betrayed me, I would say, or I'll say it this way, once they lost my trust, I didn't want anything back but to get to prove to myself that I wasn't as weak as I had become when I was with them. Because that's what happens to us men sometimes. We get in a relationship, we become, complacent. And then all of a sudden she starts treating us disrespectful. King Dre talks about the 10 levels of disrespect. And he's right on the money with those. It starts out very subtly, and it becomes worse and worse and worse. But what she is doing is calling you to be the man that she met, that she felt safe with, that she fell in love with, and you are falling down on that. You're not doing it because you think you have her, you're going steady, you're married, she's living with you, whatever it is, and you got it all wrapped up, and you don't have to do anything anymore. And the sad part about that is you may not have to do as much to maintain her attraction, but what you do is you quit pursuing your goals. You quit pursuing your purpose. It's like you stop dreaming. You become settled in with her. And she doesn't like that. She doesn't want to be with a man that's going nowhere. So she starts disrespecting you, which is really a message for you to stand up and be a man, to be the man she fell in love with. And you don't do it. So it gets to the point where she either cheats on you, dumps you, leaves you, or she disrespects you so much that you leave her, which is what I did in the past. Now, if you begged and pleaded for her not to leave you, which I haven't done that, but I understand if you have. I felt like doing that, I just didn't do it. So, but either way, if you did that or if you walked away with your balls in your hand, which is what I did, which is very damn difficult, but I've done it. I can't say that I've never simped some, but my pride I would choke on my pride so much I couldn't do that much simping. But as I said, I'm not condemning you if you've had, I understand that. But the point of this video is to show you how to get your self-respect back, because you have to get that back before you can even dream about getting her back. Because you had self-respect when you two met, but you somehow lost it as time went along, and she lost respect for you. No one can disrespect you unless you first disrespect yourself. No one can devalue you unless you first devalue yourself. Now, how to get your ex back? The first thing you have to do is what they call, as I'm sure some of you have heard, no contact. You cut off everything. You don't talk to her. You don't answer her social media if she contacts you. But she's probably not going to do that, especially if you begged and pleaded and tried to get her back and went to counseling and worked on it and did all this crap. It just doesn't work, because it shows you as a needy, supplicating, approval-seeking simp or beta male, whatever term you want to use, whatever fits best for you. Women despise that. And that's why she disrespected you so much and lied to you, cheated on you, or left you, or said, I just need some time. It's not you, it's me. I just need to find myself. What she's really telling you, translated, that means, I need to find a real man. A man like you were when I first met you. So you have got to cut all that off completely. You don't talk to her friends. You don't talk to anybody that's going to tell her you're talking about her. And if you need to share something about her, if you have feelings, which I don't believe you should stuff, you need to find a trusted friend, a mentor, who's not going to tell anybody what you say. And he'll listen to you piss and moan about it, and eventually he'll tell you to get up and do something. He'll kick you in the ass and tell you to get going, get off your pity pot, and make something of your life. And that's exactly what you need to do. Maybe you want to get revenge. Maybe she went out with your best friend. Maybe she's with someone else, and you feel like he's better than you, and you want to show her. You want to show her that she made a mistake. Well, you're never going to show her she made a mistake by begging for her and sitting by the phone waiting for her to call you. You need to get up and do what you need to do as a man. Pursue your purpose, your vision, your goals. Because she will eventually contact you again. It may be a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. But by the time she does, you should have become the man that all men want to be like, and the man that all women want to be with. Of course, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point. And I'll guarantee you, if you do what I tell you to do, focus on your purpose, your mission, quit chasing tail, by the time she comes back, you probably won't be interested in her. Now, I was with almost all of my exes, I think all of them, sexually again after we broke up. But I didn't trust them. I didn't want to be with them again. For me, it was like a conquest. It's a man thing. I had to prove to myself that I could be with them and not be hurt by that, or that I could just take them or leave them, I suppose is what. Because to keep a woman, you have to be willing to let her walk out the door. And you have to be willing to walk away if needed. So it was more of a thing that I had to prove to myself. And it's really not about her. With you guys, it's not about her, it's about you. This is a time for you to learn to be self-sufficient. To learn that you should never get yourself in a position where if a woman leaves you, you feel like your whole world is crumbling, or that you're going to be zeroed out by yourself. Some people do that. It's a sad thing. Never, ever allow yourself to feel so strongly for someone that if she passed away, your world would fall apart. They don't want that. Do you think a woman feels secure with a man like that? Do you think she trusts a man like that to father her children? Should you have them together? She wants to know that if something happens to her, that you are going to be able to take care of those children and raise them up to be strong, healthy adults. And if you're the man that's going to fall apart if something happens to her, how can she trust you to do that? So, after you guys break up, you cut off all contact. They call it no contact, as I said earlier. and you work on yourself. You get busy working on yourself. You don't call her, you don't message her, you don't like her Facebook posts, you don't like her Instagram, you don't look at her social media. That just makes it harder for you. You got to act like she's dead. Okay, and when you catch yourself thinking about it, you got to put your mind on your purpose, on your vision. You got to focus on that. And the day will come when she comes back. But I'm telling you, if you do this, it won't matter if she comes back or not. And when you get to that point where you're not checking to see if she messaged you or you're wondering if she's ever going to message you, just lo and behold, one day you'll be going along, your life's good, you're happy, you've let her go, and there it is. There's a message from her. Or she calls you, or she contacts you somehow. Now, you may feel a little bit of emotion when she does that. It may be satisfaction, it may be gratitude, it may be anything, but some sort of a feeling you're probably going to get from that. You must be careful with that. Don't jump right in there and contact her. But really, at that time, you should be at the point where it really doesn't matter to you. You just get a little satisfaction about knowing it happens. Now, if you want to be with her again, that's up to you. But you really need to be careful not to become attached to her like you did the first time. As I said, I went out with my exes and I had sex with them a few times, and that was about it. But it's really easy to get drawn back into that same pattern where you ended up miserable and dumped, or that you had to walk away because she was treating you so badly. Let's use proper English here. Girls a lot of times won't break up with you. What they will do is they will disrespect you enough, treat you badly enough that you will walk away. Then they don't have to be responsible for the breakup. Well, you left me. Yeah, of course I left you because you were running around all night, probably cheating on me. I can't prove it, but you probably were. If you have an intuitive feeling that she's cheating on you, she probably is. You don't have to catch her red-handed, and more than likely she's never going to admit it to you personally in your face. They will lie until they die. So that's something to remember. But really, it's just that simple. No contact. You focus on your mission, your purpose, and act like she's not there. Never existed. Get rid of all the pictures. Don't be reminiscent about her photos and all the wonderful things you had together, because we look at the past with rose-colored glasses. We only think of the good times. We don't think of the miserable months that were occurring before it finally ended, or before you finally ended, or before she finally humiliated you so bad that you just had to leave, or she told you to get away from her and she never wanted to see you again. You disgusted her. Think about that. She's the girl that did that. Why do you want her back? You should value yourself so much when she does contact you that she's going to have to pay a price to even talk to you again. She's going to have to humble herself to come back to you. But I'm telling you, if you do what I tell you, focus on yourself, your mission, your purpose, use this time to heal, to get stronger, to get reorganized again, to get refocused again, you're not going to want her back. And you're going to wonder why she ever meant so much to you to begin with. All right, so that's all I have time for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my new subscribers. Check out Alpha Kingdom and AV Alpha Villains. Those guys got some great stuff that could help, help you in this endeavor if you want to get your ex back, or you just want to have more options with women. That's it. Take care. Have a wonderful day.